I'm sitting in for Robert Osborne while he's on spring break. We thought we'd have a little fun with the spring break theme, so we've programmed a week's lineup of films about spring break. And joining me to help introduce the films, Tom Lisanti. Tom is the author of several books about films of the 60s, including one of particular relevance called Hollywood Surf and Beach Movies. Tom, welcome.
Thanks, Ben. It's great to be doing this.
Our next film is from 1964, stars James Darren, Pamela Tiffin, and the very funny Paul Lynde. Let's see, where to start here. This is an interesting film. First of all, Paul Lynde, he shows up in a few of these movies, doesn't he?
Yes, here he shows up playing a swinging bachelor with his brother Woody Woodbury, hanging around with Tina Louise in a nightclub and on the beach.
Tina Louise, who played Ginger on Gilligan's Island, which I guess they had shot it, perhaps, but it had not premiered yet, or had they not even shot Gilligan's Island?
No, this movie was done before Gilligan's Island went into production, and she and Bob Denver are both in this. But I don't think they may have met on the set, but they have no scenes together in this movie.
So Paul Lynde played a swinging bachelor, as you say. No one thought that was a peculiar casting choice. That's just the way it went then.
Yes, he played Aunt Margaret's father in, Bye Bye Birdie previously to this. And, he and Woody Woodbury are the guardians of stunning Pamela Tiffin, who's a poor co-ed being romanced by rich playboy James Darren. And the Paul Lynde and Woody Woodbury, both sort of like Ellen McRae, who years later became Ellen Burstyn.
So what's the story here? What's the premise here?
For Those Who Think Young was a Frank Sinatra production. So right. Nancy Sinatra and Dean Martin's daughter, Claudia Martin, make appearances. And unfortunately, the 21 shooting days that they had was cut by 3 days. And director Les Martinson told me he then had to shoot all the beach scenes in one day into the night. And that really hurts the movie because there's not enough beach scenes. There's too many adults. The older characters, and it didn't really capture the wildness of the AIP beach movies. The
title, For Those Who Think Young, to me, more than anything else, means Pepsi, and not the title of a movie. That's not a coincidence, right?
No, there was a tie-in to Pepsi. You'll see in the movie kids drinking Pepsi. You'll see Pepsi machines. I think one of the funniest things about For Those Who Think Young was a critic who said, "For those who think young, or for those who think stupid."
That's really made to order for a critic. All right, well, here's the film. It's from 1964 with a cast that includes, as we mentioned, Bob Denver, also Ellen Burstyn, and a good friend of TCM's, Nancy Sinatra. Here's For Those Who Think Young.